Yeah. So good.
There you go.
Welcome back to the Lit on Live podcast. This is episode 22, right?
Yes.
Yeah, episode 22. This is the battle of the motherfucking aphids, dude. Jordan hit me up, or hit KyAnna up.
I think it was a group chat.
And just kind of talk a little shit and want to do like an ESPN themed podcast. So here we are, dude.
This or that.
This or that.
Who's right?
Or would you rather? So yeah,
I'm
people
right.
chime in. Let us know who won. KyAnna obviously is the winner in real life, but for this podcast.
What does that even mean?
Let us know who won.
Okay. My first question is a hot dog a sandwich?
I don't think it is either.
Oh, well, fuck you guys.
What do you think?
Wait, first person. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Obviously, it's a sandwich. Bread, meat.
But it's different, Brad.
Okay, but you can have
Shit
a
different.
sandwich on a bagel. You can have a sandwich.
Is a burger a sandwich?
Yeah.
I feel like turkey, ham.
That's fair.
First person that comes to mind when the number 22.
Go.
Who?
Uncle Go.
That's who comes to your mind.
Yeah.
I was thinking Emmett Smith, and I think of your dad when I think of 22.
That's
I think
funny.
Emmett Smith and
That's funny.
the Cowboys.
So you think of each other?
First person to come to mind is Emmett Smith, and then your dad and Emmett Smith look exactly like each other. If your dad was black and didn't do fucking heroin and meth,
Hold
he
on.
would be Emmett Smith.
I gotta Google now.
And
Okay,
Smith?
That's a child.
That's not it. It does.
Just like him.
That's so
They're the same person.
Look at that.
Look at right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like him.
My dad was obsessed.
Dang. Maybe he knew they were twins. Okay. Would you rather always say everything on your mind or never talk again?
Ooh. Why do I always gotta go first?
I'll go for it. I'd rather never talk again.
I know.
Easy.
Because we're not our thoughts, dude. And sometimes we think, you know.
Yeah, you'd
sometimes
say
we
some
have-
terrible shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather not talk either.
You guys were in it. Okay. Would you rather go to jail for a year or be homeless for a year?
Jail.
Jail. Who's better at playing music?
Who's a better musician?
Mhm.
For me, for sure. And I'm not even trying to like stir shit up here. I'm just a better musician.
Well, I can play the piano a little bit.
I've never seen you play the piano.
I can't play a lot, but I can play a couple things. I can play the guitar better than you. I can play the bass far better than you.
And
And I
you're
can play
right,
the
you
drums.
can play the drums pretty good. You're right, but can you fucking sing like me? Fucking.
I don't have the balls to get up in front of people
But
and sing.
do you sing?
So that does factor in. You are
As a
correct.
musician. I think that I think the music wheels turn in my brain a little bit better than they do yours. But you are a good musician. It's really hard to play the bass and play the drums too. I try to play the bass. I freaking would pull up videos to try to play the guitar. When we did that Thrice song, it didn't sound very good.
Sounded great.
The Thrice song?
Yeah.
That's when I taught Tanea that
She
riff.
kills it.
Yeah, she did great, but she was playing what I taught her, and what I taught her was
Not the song.
not close to what. I mean, it was okay.
Sounds great to me.
She did, just for her to do that was.
So we're in agreement that I'm the better musician. Or what do you?
I think it's about right down the middle.
So who's been in more bands then?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I've only been in one band. I tried to form another one with Nick and my coworker, but
He's been more musically successful than I have, but that's
I was the bass player. You were the drummer.
dude. I'm learning the older I get.
The
The
bass
bass
is-
players are
yeah.
what make it, dude. They're the best.
I was just listening to Chaos, and I remember I really tried to get you to like Chaos, and you just like, I just don't hear a bass line.
Yeah. Bass line.
I was just thinking about that when I studied Chaos.
But I feel confident in. I was thinking about like when I think about playing songs, I think and I feel like because I want to come and like sing some songs, I think you can play the drums. I could teach you how to play the drums to songs, and you can't teach me to play bass. I mean, you might be able to.
Easy.
Depends on
Wait,
the
you
song.
can't teach me
I can teach you some stuff.
to play bass.
Yeah.
Every time I've asked you, you're like, I don't know how to
I
play
just thought black
music.
people already knew how to play bass.
Listen, I would be a far better bass player than you with my 37.
Dude, a girl bass player is all you ever need in a band. Dude.
I
If you have a good girl and she can just do enough and look good, you're Cold Chamber.
Headbang?
I could do enough.
Cold Chamber, when I seen Cold Chamber, you should. That was all I stared at was their bass player.
So are black people more
Rhythmically inclined.
to play the drums or the bass?
Bass.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Because I figured it was a drum thing.
No.
All the freaking best, like the best grooviest drummers. I mean, there's a lot of them out there, but a lot of them are black. I feel like I've seen more black drummers than black bass players.
That's the most absurd thing
Crazy,
I've ever
really?
heard in my life.
I don't even know of a black bass player.
Name 3.
I can't actually. Fuck, I'm losing, dude. That was an L right there. Damn. I would have to say we're split. I feel like it's pretty even.
I'd say it's close. It's close. We're definitely,
I'm gonna say me, and you're gonna say you.
but I feel like I'm bringing good. Like I'm trying to be honest here
Yeah.
with all these questions. I agree with your statement. You are better. I just feel something tells me that I just got the musician knack a little bit better than Tyrone does
Is that your
in general.
Spotify
But
record at
he
the
can
end of
play
the day?
instruments better than I. He can play more instruments better than I can. So maybe I'm wrong.
I also play the recorder too. I play that
I
in
can
third
also play the recorder.
Did you remember when I learned how to play "Love Me Sexy" on the bass? You were upset. You were upset. That's not how you play it. That's exactly how you play it. I still have the video of me playing that. I was so proud of that.
Is.
Let me take off your shoes and
Something sexy.
Oh, okay.
I played it that morning.
Sing here right now.
I turned it on first thing the other morning.
Yeah, I
I
know.
did. I'll dream about a song and then first thing I do is put it on.
Dude,
and that's what came on.
6 o'clock in the morning. I'm not even awake. I have my phone in my hand and I'm like asleep, and then I just hear freaking Sublime loud as fuck, full volume.
Sublime. You must have had a good dream.
I did. I seen it before I even woke up. I think.
Yeah. Was it yesterday? He was asleep and you were laughing in your sleep, like hard. It was funny. But then you were just like drumming, jamming, and start snoring again. Drum a little bit. Okay, the next one's hard. Is A Course in Miracles better or the Tao?
Ooh, that's a great question. I mean, I'm gonna say the Tao because I like the Tao more, but Tyrone did Course in Miracles more than I have.
I think it's probably the same message. I think it's.
But you gotta choose because this is a this or that.
Well, next year I want to study the Tao more, but this year I've chosen to do the Course in Miracles lessons. The Course in Miracles has always been. I'm doing it with the guy that's running the class next week. That's who I'm doing it with, the podcast. Super excited.
What's his name again?
Spence.
Yeah.
Have you met him?
Yes.
Yeah, he's awesome. He said he'd do it. So I have been more drawn to A Course in Miracles than the Tao. But I think the Tao is fire. And Jordan has obviously been more drawn to the Tao. than A
If
Course
you
in
grab
Miracles.
1,000 people and you say, you go practice the Tao for a week, or you go practice A Course in Miracles for a week, I bet you more positive is going to come from the Tao because it's easier to understand. Course in Miracles is deeper, also very just great stuff. So I would just say in general, I feel like the Tao is easier to understand. Therefore, I would encourage people to practice the Tao before they practice the Course in Miracles.
Great answers.
Good answer. Okay, if you guys were to describe each other as a food, what would it be?
Describe him as a food?
Yeah.
I just picture
Oh my
a
God.
hot dog.
Big plug. Big old plug, huh?
That's what I said. I don't know.
The first thing that came on my mind was a piece of pizza
That makes sense.
for
Yeah.
Tyrone, but I don't know. It's a good question.
These are just random, by
Yeah.
the way. Like,
It's good. You're doing great.
This is just like a list of as I went about my life. I thought it would be funny to ask you.
Okay.
Would you rather owe someone money or a favor?
I would rather owe a favor.
I'd rather owe money.
So, really, because one of my biggest things in life is that I hate it when I owe somebody money. I can't stand it. Favor, I can just owe a favor. Owing anything just drives me bananas.
Yeah, but then they're like, yeah, I gotta move, and you're like, God, this would have been $50 would have been much better. You know, like, that's my look at it. It's like, what's the favor? You know, oh, I need my buddy bailed out of jail. Like, what's the favor here?
I don't know.
That's what the favor's unknown. The money is certain.
But let's
And I got
say
a check coming every 2 weeks. I don't have a dolly. You know what I mean?
let's say that the money and the favor is equivalent in value. What would you rather owe, the favor or the money? So going to help somebody move for a day, what's the equivalent to that? $150. Would you rather owe somebody a move, or would you rather owe somebody $150?
$150. But I would also like to help them. You know, it's not like I'm
I see what you're
not
saying.
wanting to help people. If the favor is to help them, then obviously the favor. But like, it's just like I've owed some people some favors, and it hasn't turned out well. You know,
Yeah.
in life. So probably the people I would owe a favor now is not going to be a big deal, and it's going to be helpful for them. But I prefer to do a favor when it's just doing the favor for no reason. What kind of person asks you to owe them a favor?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, some people they'll do something for you, and then you both just subconsciously just determine
You know.
that. Yeah. You owe me next time.
Your brother actually taught me to do things without
expectation.
that blew my mind back then because I was like, I didn't have any recovery really, and he just taught me that. I was like, oh fuck.
I was gonna
You're
talk
right,
about
dude.
that.
That's a cool thing.
I was going to talk about that at a meeting today. Just because I feel like people will do something nice for somebody, and then they'll just subconsciously determine that they deserve that back.
Yeah.
And if you do it without expectations, your feelings are never hurt.
You're free of it, dude. Yeah. I just walked in the bathroom before we started this, and I was just like, oh my god, this might go bad. And I was like, oh my god, this is. Then I was like, you know what? How about just no expectations about how this is gonna go?
So if
And
somebody,
it helped.
if I gave somebody $100 today, and 3 years from now, I called them and asked them for $100 because I was hurting or whatever, and I feel like the person I am today is I wouldn't get upset if they didn't give me that $100, even though I did it for them. So I love that you said that and I was gonna share about it at a meeting today. Is that I really like where I'm at with not having expectations. Not that I'm just this great person, I don't have expectations. I feel like I can have expectations in other ways, but prefer favors and money. I feel like I've done well in my life with expectations when those two come into play.
Expectations are a weird thing. It's like you can't have them all the time, but you also like can't not have any.
Well, we naturally, I think, have
They've
them.
ruined my life a little bit sometimes.
Well, that's where you gotta work on it, you know?
I have.
I don't know. Sure, expectations need to gone down.
No.
I'm just kidding.
No, it's not that. iPhone or Android?
Android.
This is definitely we're on two ends of the spectrum. You're
I know.
freaking crazy to think that
What?
iPhones are better.
What's so much
dude.
better?
I've had them both. I used to be you, dude. You need to level up. What do you have?
iPhone.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's why we're
Don't
recording
team
it.
up. This isn't a team up.
If we were freaking on a Samsung filming this right now, we'd have problems. The freaking cable would be off.
No, if I had a
Sun.
computer that it would transfer to normally, like a Windows, it'd be no problem.
Samsungs are not good, and they're ruining group chats worldwide. Everyone just needs to go iPhone and let them have a monopoly.
Yeah.
They really do.
They're probably the same person on both companies, truly.
That's fair.
Without competition, it doesn't really.
But like,
You can't just sell one product.
people are buying the new like Androids for the same price, if not more, for an iPhone. When it's
I like my Android.
so.
I think it's great.
Why have you been asking about getting an iPhone?
Only so I can record the podcast.
So then they're not superior, are
The
they?
camera's not, no. They're probably better. But I like
Dude.
Android.
Apple's Illuminati.
I don't wanna-
100%, dude. And Samsung,
Yeah,
Google
too.
probably is too.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
If you had to, if you Googled Illuminati right now, like the Apple logo is gonna be right next to it.
Should we do it?
They sold their souls.
Okay, would you rather watch basketball or football only for the rest of your life?
I thought this question was gonna come. It was either football or basketball. I'd rather watch football.
I would rather watch football. However, it's only once a week. And I love baseball season because it's like 5 days a week, 6 days a week.
Basketball.
I know. But basketball kind of sucks lately.
Basketball does
It's
suck.
not as good as it used to be. It's
It's
like,
not even close.
so yeah, and Jane Daniels is my higher power, so yeah, I'm gonna have to go with football as well.
You gonna ask Devin Booker or Jalen Brunson?
I don't even know who that is.
Would we argue on that
You're
one?
not prepared.
Would we not?
Brunson's
Would we-
better.
Okay.
I was gonna ask for help from you.
Booker really had a rough couple of years at turning it around.
Would you rather get a call first thing in the morning or a call in the middle of the night?
Night. Oh, first thing in the morning or middle of the night?
Yeah.
I'd go morning.
Well, my phone's on Do Not Disturb, and it has been for about 8 months now, so I don't get calls from anybody.
It's not true.
The only one, she's the only one that can get through on my calls.
When you lose your phone at work, your coworkers
I'm the
text
only one
me
that
to
can
call
help you.
you.
That's funny.
I would rather not get a call at all, but I guess I'd rather get it in the middle of the night because I wouldn't answer it anyway. So
Fair enough. Who is the
I
superhero
want
and
that one.
who is the sidekick?
Who's the superhero? Out of me and him?
Uh-huh.
Do we even need next question?
well, the roles have reversed. Like I was the eldest growing up. Jordan and the youngsters were kind of sidekicks to my friends, and then Jordan, when I got out, Jordan was killing it in life and doing great, and I kind of latched onto him and became Jordy's little sidekick. But I've grown into my own. I think it's where it's not really a thing, but
So he's a sidekick now?
I don't think I don't think either one of us are.
No, I think.
But I definitely latched onto him and was his sidekick for sure for a while.
I think that, yeah, definitely. I remember that I used to get compared to somebody as the one like in the shadow, or a sidekick or whatever. Not that but that's kind of what came to my mind here. Definitely, there's none of that. You definitely do your own thing. I think the vibe and our personalities, just our family and me and you, and just kind of what I've learned about myself is that I'm kind of like the in-your-face freaking, more of a in-your-face superhero type of person. So Tyrone's kind of more introverted, and so I think the question should be reversed, is like, who's the superhero? That's me. Tyrone can be the superhero for introverted people.
I can live with that.
What would this introverted superhero be?
Us.
Like, what would you be called? A secret hero?
Who's the super? So are we trying to think of a superhero for
The
introverted?
hero in silence. Yeah, something like that.
I'm trying to think of a character who is a superhero that is introverted.
I feel like being
Hopefully it
extroverted
really
is like
helps.
a prerequisite.
Yeah, that's like gotta be. That's part of the deal, I think.
Yeah. So like,
They didn't make the cast. The introverted one. They didn't make the movie.
Jordan's like a main character in a video game, and I'm literally just like a non-player character that's just sitting in like the corner of a room.
you know what the nerds call those these days? They call them NPCs.
Yeah, that's what I
You're
am.
an NPC.
I literally feel like that. I'll have like moments where I'm like, oh fuck, it's real.
I feel like I'm kind of growing out of it a little bit. I always wanted to be in your face, freaking, but I kind of just like, I remember coming to this mentality kind of early in recovery, like a year or two, that like slow and steady wins the race, and just like staying consistent and not trying to be the person who, like right when I got clean, I sang at a wedding. just because I'm like, well, I used to pick up my newcomer tags and freaking speak about it. You know, that was the person that I was. So I feel like I'm kind of growing out of that a little bit, but I'm also like honoring that part of myself where I do like, you know, to be the front man when I sing a song. I still love that stuff, you know, but, and yeah.
I've been to a few weddings where you've performed.
I know, it's so fun. It makes me so nervous to do it, and it's just a blast. Because I'm not the greatest singer. I'm okay.
You're a pretty good singer, dude.
If we get married, you're singing Love Me Sexy.
I will. You have it stand right here on record. I will sing Jackie Moon's Love Me Sexy at their wedding if they get
That
married.
would be great.
And I'll dress up. I'll have the jersey on. I'll get backup singers. I'll have the whole band and everything. I swear to God.
That would be
I gotta
great.
Google Jackie Moon. Hold on.
What?
I want to laugh with you. I just don't know. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in forever.
What does Jordan's higher power look like? Will Ferrell.
Yep,
There it
That
is.
was a great answer to that question.
that's perfect. Here's my questions. Would you rather deal with an angry client or an angry coworker?
Client.
So,
You can kick the client out.
Oh. Fair
You
enough.
know? You can't get rid of your coworkers.
that's a different question for me too. Just cause.
I was thinking of like more for you because I knew that you would rather deal with a client, but like for you, because
I instantly thought of like if I was working at Premiere or just like a regular job, but in my industry, I think I'd rather have a coworker
Yeah.
than a client, because that's like my worst fear is having a client not like I'm a people pleaser, and those are the people
That
that matter,
Yeah.
or the clients. My coworkers,
Well, in
they
my
matter too.
in my work too, obviously the client is the one that matters. But in my work, they get upset often. You know, they're struggling. They're going through shit. They get frustrated. So they matter. They're the reason we even do it. You know. But I just feel like an angry coworker is easier to. Or, yeah, never mind.
angry coworker is easier. Or
No, angry client is. I just deal with that more than I haven't really dealt with angry coworkers. I'm usually the angry coworker at my job. I'm the only one that ever gets mad.
Are you the angry coworker?
I don't get angry.
Do you get mad?
I don't.
What do you get?
You got mad,
When?
Braxton.
Oh, that's not work related.
That was
though.
yeah.
Okay. Would you rather be book smart or street smart?
Street smart. And I know you like to read books, but you're gonna give me the same answer.
Yeah, street smart. I feel I've met some people that are not street smart, and it doesn't apply well to life.
Why are you looking at me when
Not
you
you.
say that?
I'm thinking about it. I just remember thinking Braxton was so smart, but he just was not street smart. Like he just wasn't. I remember growing up with him, and we were completely opposite. Like I was 1,000% street smart, and he was not at all. And he stressed me out. Whenever we were doing any criminal activity, he stressed me the fuck out.
If you have someone, let's say we went to like a convention, okay, and it was like a convention, maybe some sort of like motivational thing, and you had two speakers. You had a book smart guy, and you had a street smart guy, but they were both talking about the same thing. The topic was the same thing. I bet you that the people love the street smart guy a lot more than they love the book smart guy.
But if you're trying to get a really good job, is your street smarts going to help you get that job, or is book smarts going to help?
I think that street smart, there's certain things that would help you in a job interview, like, you know, when I think of book smart people, I think of somebody who's introverted and reads a lot. When I think of a street smart person, I think of somebody who's lived life. You know, somebody who's been through trial and error. Not that the book smart people haven't, but the street smart more. Those street smart things, like being able to talk to people, you know, it's almost like the AI freaking and us doing our own stuff right now. I mean, AI is pretty good, and it doesn't sound robotic, but it's still robotic, right? And that's as book smart as you can get. You know, and we do rely on AI, but if it was coming down to it, I would rather be myself than rely on AI. I made this weird, didn't I?
No, that was good. That was good.
Do you think that you're you would describe yourself as street smart then?
Absolutely.
Would you describe yourself as street smart? Well, I'm clearly not street smart, but am I book smart then?
I think you're both.
Yeah, you're both.
I'm not street smart.
You've been arrested a lot less than me, so you're kind of street smart.
I've quite literally only been arrested 2 times.
So that's...
And does getting taken off the floor really count as being
No, it
arrested?
doesn't.
Because I wasn't arrested in the wild.
What? The streets.
Yeah.
Getting arrested doesn't mean that. I mean, if you get arrested, that doesn't mean that you're not street smart.
I felt like it was if there was a god of street smarts, I got a black mark every time I got arrested.
I've been to jail so many times.
Yeah.
Even before 24.
And addiction kind of takes over your street smarts, and you have no choice but to do certain things. You have to do things that you wouldn't, a street smart person normally wouldn't do. So, yeah, that's a good question. It made us think a lot right there.
Yeah. Would you rather not care about anything ever or be obsessed with every single thing you see and hear?
Probably not care.
Yeah, not care at all. That's a goal, isn't it? And that enlightenment.
To not care?
I don't mind.
You just sort of be apathetic to everything. Just
You probably have a heart attack obsessing over something.
Yeah, that'd be a terrible life. That's Uncle Goat.
Yeah. Yeah. Obsessing about that direct TV bill that's coming. When's it coming in the mail?
Yeah. You gonna pay it?
Yeah.
You got money coming in? Go, God. Poor Jordan. Just come over. First thing. Dad, I don't want to hear it. I understand, but I'm not going to tell you about the bill. I gotta tell you.
He would say it that way, and then he would act like that I owe him a favor because he didn't bring it up. I didn't talk about the bill. I didn't talk about Medicaid. I didn't talk about, the car light or the car engine light on. So I'm gonna need you to answer this question for me. Where's football? Who's paying for the ticket? That's exactly how it was.
Dogs
Let me go.
or cats?
Dogs.
Dogs for sure.
You both pick dogs?
Yeah.
I don't even understand how that could be even close. And I wondered if you.
Well, hold on.
Says the
Go ahead.
person who wants 87 cats.
I would have a dog right now if we had the time, if we had the manpower to take care of it. I definitely if you live alone and you have to work 8 hours a day, a cat is by far the better choice. They're far more self-sufficient.
So you're not a cat person. You just are. I couldn't have a dog right now.
Jordan actually got a cat when I lived with him.
Cats are cool. These cats are cool. We've had a cat. They don't have enough. They don't. I don't know. I just don't feel like they have a lot less character than dogs do, which means they're much less needy, which is also a plus.
This is like I said,
That's the dumbest,
sweetest,
cat ever.
loving cat ever, dude. She's inbred.
Yeah.
They both are.
I think Bibbles is a lot less inbred
Yeah.
than that.
It's just one lying away. Just one.
Okay, would you rather go to a concert or a sports game?
Wow.
I'd rather go to the game.
Me too. Because they're just more. Concerts are more available. Sports games are not. They're more expensive. Would I rather go see my favorite band or see my favorite team play? That's a different question.
What's your favorite band?
I'm starting to retract. Coheed
Yeah,
Cambria
no,
has always been my number one, but I'm starting to think that
Yeah,
I don't listen to Coheed as much as I used to. I might need to revisit that because I always wanted to be loyal. It's like I want to be the
That's how I
guy
am with 12.
who was like Coheed and Cambria but I was listening to Coheed and Cambria last night and I really enjoyed it. But
They're great.
Tyrone called me what did you call me a friggin'
Oh, he took it personal too.
No, but sometimes you say stuff, and I'm like, dude, you're right. What is it? What's the term when you're the person, the gate holder, the gate holder?
Oh.
The gatekeeper, the person who a journeyman. So I'm like a journeyman. Look at this. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys.
A journeyman?
My-
What does that mean?
Just
I would
somebody
never say that.
who's not loyal to anything, who just loves
Oh.
everything. So like on repeat right now.
No, I said you like indie rock bands.
I know, but you called me a journeyman. You did. You said you're a journeyman.
Sometimes
That
I'm
stuck
on fire.
home. You are. Sometimes you say things about me, and I'm like, dude, he's right. So I've got like my hard rock and my punk rock stuff, and then I've got these freaking jazz songs that I've been sending you to, and then I got
You didn't send me a jazz
You
song,
say
did you?
jazz?
jazz. I got Phil Collins on here, Creed, Riff Raff,
I
Don't
Genesis.
say riff raff like you like
Dude,
it's
I mean,
surprise.
just no. It's just off the
Rip.
chain. So I listen to all sorts of different things. It'd be really hard for me to say if I died today and they put a gun in my head and they said who's your favorite band, I'd just go with Thrice. Just go with Thrice.
That's a good
It's a
one.
good safe bet.
Idola is the best band on the planet. Lupe Fiasco is the best rapper alive
I love Lupe.
and dead.
Okay. Would you rather never listen to music again
That's
Other
that,
answer.
Yep.
or never be able to watch sports again?
Oh,
No, I'd way rather not watch sports ever again. Dude, music. I wouldn't be moving, walking without music. I listen to it.
they're both so important.
Dude, music's way more important than sports, dude.
You
It's
just
like
play
your
it.
whole
You could
life.
you could just play it music instead of listening to it. You just make your own.
No, you can't listen
We
to
can't
music
like play.
ever.
You can't.
You can't play
Don't
it.
complicate the
No,
question.
because it's playing is listening.
Okay.
You could ask me and say, can I just put it on my phone? I should be like, hey, would you not listen to music in your AirPods? And when you're in the shower or not have sports, I would still say, get rid of sports.
Or fantasy football.
Anything.
Dude, how
Yeah,
do you
never.
listen to so much music? Because I feel like there aren't enough like hours in the day
Yeah, you cheat.
to get to
I
where
promise
you're at
you,
at the end of the
it's
year.
that you guys think that I'm cheating. I literally just.
I don't
on
think
a
that you're
whole
cheating. I
nother
just
level.
am like, do you listen while you're sleeping?
No.
Okay.
I don't listen to anything. There's no weird areas where I'm listening to it, where it's just playing, and I'm not actually listening to it. I have my AirPods in all day. I'm listening to it as soon as I wake up. I'm listening to it when I'm going to bed. I'm just next level in love with music. It's incredible. It's
True
does so
statement.
much for me.
I've literally listened to nothing but Sleep Token for like 2 months.
Sleep Token's great. I'm actually enjoying them too.
Did
So
you
I like
listen
it
to
like
their
that.
new song
Did they drop one yesterday?
today?
I can't. No, but I have listened to the other two that dropped.
I
Emergence.
like this one better than the last one.
Yeah, Caramel.
It took me like 2 weeks to even listen to it.
Well, Caramel wasn't a good song. I like Emergence though.
I do like Emergence. The new one's called like Damocles or something like that.
I listen to my freaking Discover Weekly as soon as it comes out, and I listen to my Release Radar as soon as it comes out. Release Radar drops at 10 p.m. on Thursdays. Release Radar.
What is that?
That's where all the new bands. It'll just give me who drop new songs.
Oh.
And then the Discover Weekly comes out on Sunday nights at 10, and it just gives me a random thing.
So it's just like whatever.
It's random, whatever they think I might like.
Dude, I literally could never. I can't listen to any of those because I will immediately just hate all of it.
I have moments, if I have a good song that I'm really into, my quality of life raises by
for sure.
So like if your quality of life's 0 to 10, and let's just say like I'm an 8 or a 7, if I have a great song that I'm just loving, it goes to a 9 or a 10.
Yeah.
I remember when I listened, there's one song that came on one time when I found it, it gave me the chills, dude. Like I Do by Envy of the Coast. I love that song.
I
still
was
love
just
that
listening to
song.
that in the shower, and I was just like, "This is probably the best song George's ever sent me."
And I remember when I found that song, I was like, yes, dude. My quality of life was like a 10 for weeks.
Did you send him your new favorite song?
What's my new favorite
The
song?
one from the show?
No, you don't appreciate that.
Moral of the story, music over sports, and I love sports.
Would you rather have a tail like a squirrel or wings like a bat?
The wings, dude.
I mean, we can't fly with
I
bat
didn't
wings.
say you could fly. You just would have wings.
Oh, tail.
Oh,
You can't fly.
We're human.
But you got wings. That's what
yeah,
wings
bat
are
wings
for,
are
dude.
squirrel
Yeah, but
tail.
you're not a bat.
Mm.
You're still
I'll take the
Somebody-
tail too.
I'll take the tail, yeah. Just because of Christopher Walken in that story. If you haven't seen that, look up First Meeting Christopher Walken Stories, and he talks about it's the funniest fucking video,
I
dude.
forgot about that.
Have you seen that, Jordan? I gotta send it to you. It's so funny.
Would you rather share a toothbrush with your partner or have to wear their underwear?
That's fucked, dude.
That's a good one. I think I mean, me trying to wear some pantyhose, dude, that would suck.
Girl, if you don't wear pantyhose, this is in the 40s.
Well, it would really be uncomfortable to wear that.
Probably.
I'm probably less worried about the germs. I'd say share a toothbrush.
Agree.
You would rather share a toothbrush?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather smell with your hands or talk with your feet?
Smell with my hands. Talk with your feet would be weird.
Yeah, hands. I got your hands too.
We're agreeing on a lot. Sorry, we thought we were going to be
Yes.
yelling at each other. I thought I was going to be choking Tyrone out.
Would you rather have to wear oven mitts on your hands or rollerblades for the rest of your life?
Wow.
Rollerblades.
Really?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to play sports, or you wouldn't be able to play sports with oven mitts either. I'll take the rollerblades. Give me the rollerblades.
Would you rather look like a fish or smell like a fish?
I think I'll take the smell. Looking like a
Ah,
fish would be
dude.
more.
Rather look like a fish. It's your problem.
If you smelled like a fish, would be my problem too.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather listen to 80s music, 80s rock or 90s rap for the rest of your life?
80s rock or 90s rap?
Yeah.
90s rap. Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I think you have more good songs 90s rap than you do 80s rock.
80s was like fucking butt rock.
What does that mean?
Just Journey. Never heard Journey again?
My last two questions are serious ones.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fighting one-on-one, one at a time, who would beat a kangaroo?
Wait. If me or Tyrone were to fight a kangaroo, who has a better shot to win a kangaroo?
Yeah.
To fight?
Mm-hmm.
Tyrone.
Okay. Well, maybe I wasn't as far as I thought.
We all know I could beat a kangaroo.
Okay.
That post almost went viral.
Dude, I can't believe that, like, an innocent question of me asking you, like, if you can take an animal, because 99% of the time you say no, because it's like a bear or a cheetah or...
Kangaroos are dumb, dude. They're dumb.
They have claws.
There's a trick. You get down low with them, and they get submissive. Then you take its back and you fucking...
Have you tried it?
I've seen it on videos. I've studied this.
Just in preparation? Okay, last one. Round 3 of an armbar. Who's gonna win today?
Round 3 of an armbar.
This would be round 2. Wait, no, you don't put you in 2 arm bars.
Oh.
Trust me, I've heard.
He's been he knows how to do it. I feel like he's studied the technique a little bit better than me as far as an armbar. I probably would say Tyrone would get me an armbar if I were to get him an armbar.
I feel like he's easy to put in an armbar.
No, he's very
Elusive.
he's quick and he's strong, and
But you can't reach
these arms are much easier to grab and crank than his
That's
arms.
true. I feel like I could put you in.
But they're, there ain't nothing to mess around with, you know?
Thanks, babe, for doing this.
Yeah.
That was all I have.
I got some other ones that we're gonna talk about real quick before we end the show.
Oh my god.
Eggs or pancakes?
Eggs.
Pancakes. Wait, what kind of eggs?
Don't complicate the question.
Pancakes.
I'd say eggs too. Talking or listening?
Listening.
Be honest.
Listening.
Listening.
Talking.
Wait, yeah.
Walk slow or walk fast?
I actually really
Fast.
don't like listening very much.
Walk fast.
Watch slow or slow?
Chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla.
Vanilla.
Really?
I think my mind goes to protein powder, and I like.
Protein powder.
Ninjas or pirates?
Oh, I almost put that on mine.
It's the same thing.
No, no, it's not. We'll go with a pirate.
Yeah, I just think I was a pirate. I'm gonna drop acid with everybody.
TV shows or movies?
TV shows.
I like movies.
TV shows.
I do like TV shows.
Are you talking about like series?
Yeah.
Yeah, all day. Movies
Yeah.
suck.
Let's go. The sun or the moon?
Moon.
No.
The moon too. The lake or the ocean?
Neither.
What?
I don't like water.
I feel safer in the lake.
Yeah?
Feel safer in a pool where I can see the bottom and it's under 5 feet.
But the ocean is far doper than it. Well, dude, what lake did we go to? Was it Brown?
Owl?
Oh, dude, that was a dope ass lake.
That was cool.
Pizza or pasta?
Pasta.
Pasta. Did you say pizza?
Yeah, that's his favorite food.
Gosh, there's so many this or that questions. It's hard to try to playlists or podcasts. Playlists, right?
Yeah,
You guys have listen to podcasts?
I do. But
Oh,
not-
podcasts. Listen to podcasts.
What podcasts do you listen to?
Live on life, dude. That's it.
That's what you
So I'm
listen
trying to
to?
subconsciously tell people right
Just
now.
like-
Listen, podcasts.
Yeah.
Podcasts. Fuck a playlist.
Harry Potter or the Lord of the Rings?
Oh, you.
Harry Potter.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think this is even close.
The books are great, dude.
Like the worst thing no. I abstain.
You have to
Yeah,
answer.
damn.
Lord of the Rings.
I agree.
I love them both equally. Along with all of the other ones.
You just only watch the movies, Jordan.
Huh?
You just only watch the movies.
I read the books in detention.
You read the Harry Potter books?
I did in detention.
Did you like them?
It was a long time ago.
Did you like
I'm sure
them?
I liked them. I'm not even
You
sure
don't
I was
remember like
even
if you liked it?
I don't even know if I was even able to read, dude. I might have just been.
Dude, one time in jail after I was coming off all that methadone we were doing, I had to start out at Goosebumps books, dude. Literally, I couldn't read anything bigger than a Goosebumps book or focus on it.
You should read Twilight with me.
No.
Anyway, let us know if you guys have any questions. You want to know if which side we're on. If you have a question you feel like will baffle us or get us to fight, there's probably out there.
You guys are usually feistier than you were today.
I don't know. I think to get us on different ends, we got to talk about what UFC fighters.
I was going to do that, but I can't even think of a single UFC fighter that you like.
Daniel Cormier. It's Tyrone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
So you
Is
could've
he the
got us there.
announcer
Yeah.
one? Oh.
Big roly-poly looking.
You could bring back something he really cares about is the sons from the Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire.
She does not
I
even know
don't know.
that.
I know who I can't
Amari.
even say his name. I know who that is. I've heard of him.
I watched him get his jersey retired and I cried. I messaged Jesse immediately.
Yeah. That was fun though.
Thank you for watching, you guys. I love you guys. Like, subscribe, follow. Thank you. Stay lit. We're out.